My name's Kevin O'Hara for Alcohol Mastery, and this video is just about being bored when you're trying to quit drinking. Boredom is just one of those things that everyone gets every so often. It gets to us all. But it's one of those things that really does affect you when you're trying to give up alcohol. So drinking is basically a habit. The more you drink, the more habitual it becomes. And eventually it becomes the default choice for, when you're trying to deal with stuff, when you're trying to deal with emotions like you're sad, you go for a drink. When you're really happy and you're celebrating something, you go for a drink. If you're feeling pissed off, you go for a drink. If you're feeling bored, you go for a drink. So it becomes that default behavior. When you quit drinking, you have to choose something else. Drinking no longer is an option. You can't go, well, I'm bored today, what am I going to do? Boom, straight into the drinking. You can't do that anymore, so you have to look for something else. Alcohol is no longer a choice. It doesn't come into the decision-making process. It might be there inside your head, it might be the first thing that comes up, but you have to find alternatives. You have to have those alternatives ready so that when it does come up in your head, that you can say, no, push that aside and I can do this, that or the other, So what can you do to overcome the boredom? Well, the answer is in the question. It's you do something, do anything. Or you accept that you're just going to be bored and you be bored. One of the things I've learned since I stopped drinking was just not to be afraid of being bored, just to sit there and go inside yourself, and explore. There's a lot of exploring that you can do. Think about stuff that you can do in your life. Most of my life I spent thinking about the places that I could go or the things that I could see on the world, and I never really thought about going inside and checking out what was going on inside and trying to figure out who I was. So a lot of those bored moments I use for that. But the ultimate thing, if you're bored, is to do something. To do anything, to just get up and walk, go outside and walk for a half an hour or an hour. Soon alleviate your boredom. Get up and dance around the room, put on one of your favourite tracks or a favourite CD, take out a favourite movie that you've held just for the occasion, when you know you're going to get bored, you've got this movie that you want to watch. One of my things was I download a season of something and I just sit there and watch that. If I was just completely bored and I couldn't concentrate on anything else, I just default to that. Now I love walking. I really get so much out of walking. It clears my head. It helps me to think straight. I get answers to questions that I would never come up with if I was to sit at home, sat in front of my desk. I'm out there breathing fresh air, I'm getting plenty of exercise, and it's a complete change of environment. Now, like I say, I love walking. You might not like walking. You have to find something that you like doing, If you don't, you're going to be bored doing it or you won't last long. Things to avoid are avoid sitting down and doing nothing. Avoid moping. Avoid thinking negatively about how much you're bored. Avoid whining about how much you're bored. You have to think positively. You can't be part of the problem. You have to be proactive and be part of your own solution. Only you're going to know what's going to work for you. So just make that list, to try and make a list of the stuff that you can do at those times of boredom that's going to move you forward and out of the boredom and into something else. If at worst, just get up and do something, do anything, do the dishes, do anything. The thing to remember is that for a lot of people, drinking is the default option. It's the first thing that they think of. I'm bored. What am I going to do? I'll watch a movie, but I'll get out the alcohol. I'll do this, but I'll get the alcohol out. I'll do that and I'll have a few drinks, or I'll just head down to the pub. So that's the default option, is this plus alcohol, plus alcohol, plus alcohol. So take the alcohol out of the equation and you'll find plenty of stuff that you can do. You just have to think about it. So that was being bored when you're trying to quit alcohol. If you have any questions or if you've got any comments about this video or any of the other videos, then please leave them down below or go over to the website. There's a newsletter over on the website. It's absolutely free. You just need to leave your first name and email address My name's Kevin O'Hara for Alcohol Mastery, Onwards and Upwards.